Now, a lot of us are like, victims of trying these little remedies and little things at home, which we feel like, okay, maybe if I do this and then maybe if I do that, it will work for me. Guilty as charged, guilty as charged, raise of hands, guilty as charged, yeah. And some of them have worked and some of them haven't. So we're going to make sure that we answer all those questions and we deal with all those issues. Before I get into it, I'll also go through this with you at the end, but the hashtags, if you are already posting, it is hashtag Vaseline Petroleum Jelly, hashtag Vaseline Hacks, and hashtag Skin Date with Tabu. So excited to have her here with us today. So please, let's welcome Tabu, our Vaseline brand ambassador. Let's give her a really warm welcome, everyone. And let's find out those skin secrets from her. Hi. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Yes, so if you could just stand a little in the front for our photographers, just for 1-2 pictures, and then we'll get into a chat. Okay, 1 second. I'm just also going to make sure. Yeah? Okay.
Don't forget.
That's for you? Yes, please. Aapka hi
So
ghar
I
hai.
want to welcome all of you to our little skin date and take this opportunity to say how honored I am to represent this iconic brand which has been with me for years, that helps me celebrate me. And thank you for being here.
I know that the girls have their own set of questions that they will have for you. But before that, I just really need to ask you, I know that you probably have a really hectic schedule. You always probably have a really hectic schedule. And yeah, and I mean, just look at you. You're really glowing right now.
Thank you.
It's not just the lights.
the lights.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's your love.
It's the love in the room. But really, I mean, long hours, being under these lights, all of that.
I believe that health, your skin is a reflection of health, and great skin should never be taken for granted.
Yeah.
And especially a great skincare routine should never be ignored. And the most important part of a great skincare routine is definitely moisturization. And I know it makes it difficult for me to have like a long drawn process.
Yeah.
But I make sure I make time for moisturization, and my go-to product is Deep Resto.
And I love how it's actually really tiny. I know, I'm sure it also comes in a
Because
bigger this thing.
it can fit into my bag.
Yeah, because
When I don't find time, I make sure I have it in my bag, this and this, actually in my bag all the time, so I can apply it on the go.
So while you also have beautiful skin, there's a lot of people that we tend to admire as well and say, oh God, even she has such lovely skin. Is there someone like that on your list?
For me, Hema Malini is the ultimate beautiful woman who I cannot stop looking at whenever I see her.
Yeah, she's so iconic and so timeless.
Skin, I don't know how it glows all the time.
Eternal beauty. Makeup is a very important part, and I mean, if you look around the room, everyone, has a little bit of makeup on, and that is something that we always have. And then you have the paparazzi for a person like you, who are also always around. But there's some days that they manage to kind of catch you off guard, right? Like you've suddenly gone somewhere.
I hope someday they have to be camera ready all the time. Really.
So, but then what do you do? How do you kind of make sure that you're camera ready all the time?
Yeah. Fortunately or unfortunately, because of my profession, I don't have a choice, especially nowadays, but to be camera ready.
Yeah.
And confidence actually comes from having great skin. So you can just walk out and go anywhere, even if you don't have a trace of makeup, and feel that I'm doing fine for the cameras, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that comes from a combination of things like having a good diet and exercising regularly,
Right.
moisturizing,
Yeah.
and most importantly, sleeping well and sleeping enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the key factors.
Are you one of those people that can just manage to take a nap anywhere just to make sure that you're getting in enough sleep?
No, I sleep early and I wake up early. I make sure I pack up early from my shoot.
Lucky. So while we've had this, whole chat about our skin and moisturization, and we're also talking about things that we've been told, right? Or we're experiencing ourselves. But what I also want to do is I want to kind of extend the conversation to an expert as well and just really understand the kind of dynamics that do take place and how it really works when it comes to our body and it comes to our skin. So please, with a big round of applause, with your permission, ladies, can we welcome into this conversation Dr. Aparna Santanam. She's a renowned celebrity dermatologist, and I'm sure she's going to give us a lot of tricks and hacks and lead in this conversation. Hi. Yes. Hi. Hi. Yes, doctor. That's definitely for you. So, doctor, like you just heard our conversation right now, we know, we've been all told, right, from a long time, moisturize and moisturizing is very essential. And we know that as something. But what actually happens to our skin when we moisturize it? And what happens when you don't?
Right. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And let me say what an honor it is to share a stage with Tabu, one of my absolute favorite actresses. And hello, all of you. I see a lot of familiar faces here as well. It's a very interesting question that you asked me because most people don't understand what moisturization actually means. I get a lot of people who talk to me thinking that you're adding something to the skin. So you actually pick up a product and you're putting something which is going to add something or enhance your skin. The simple truth is that the skin itself is more than 90% water, which is an equivalent for moisture. Now, the time on the skin is like a sieve. We constantly gain things from outside and we lose things to the atmosphere. So right now I've been sitting here in this room for the last 1 hour in a temperature that is not most suitable for me because it's really cold. So what's happening in this weather is that the moisture from my skin is moving outward. So when I get up and go out from here, I'm definitely going to feel like my skin is drier, even though I have used a moisturizer in the morning. This is called as transepidermal water loss, where your skin is constantly losing moisture. Secondly, in our everyday lives, we are exposed to so many different elements, like we're out in the sun, there's pollution outside, there's a certain kind of diet that we eat which tends to strip moisture from the skin. Now, all of this needs to be replaced and the moisture in our skin needs to be locked in. And that is the main function of a good moisturizer. Something that gets into your skin, locks in your own beauty ingredient, which is actually just water which hydrates the skin, and therefore helps the skin to function much better. And the skin is not just a beauty organ. We often look at it as saying it provides us glow, it provides us confidence, like Tabu said, to go out and face the world, because the first thing people notice about us is our skin. But the skin is also a very, very important functioning organ in the sense that it acts as a barrier. If we didn't have the skin when we went out, all our internal organs would be exposed all the time. So imagine what the poor heart and the kidney and the lungs would do if there was no skin covering it. And just like any barrier, like the wall we have or the ceiling, every barrier tends to develop cracks. And it is these cracks that a moisturizer actually seals, like cement in between the bricks on the wall. And the cement is constantly lost, which needs to be replenished by the moisturizer, to just explain it in as simple terms as possible.
But then what happens to someone like me who sometimes thinks like, it's okay if I don't moisturize today, I'm in a big hurry and it's theek hai, like it'll be that one thing. I'll probably be like, okay, I better put my kajal today before I leave the house, but maybe I can skip that. So what happens in a case like, do you ever do that? Does that ever happen? It's always there in your bag.
No, I think that's a very, very sensible approach to always have a moisturizer with you.
Yeah.
Because it's one of your hidden, today is a secret date with Tabu, and a moisturizer is actually your secret weapon to great skin. So it's not that if you don't use a moisturizer today, you may see the effects today, but definitely there are effects in your skin. You tend to develop, like the wall develops little cracks. Living in
Yeah.
Bombay, we all know how there's seepage in the walls. The seepage doesn't happen overnight. So you develop these little cracks which cannot be seen, which are eventually seen in the form of poor glow on the skin,
Right.
and inability of the skin to repair itself, so we start aging faster. And because we start aging faster, the glow gets diminished further. So to just borrow from another category, nobody would ever go out without brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
Because that's something that others can perceive as well. So you must never skip your moisturization routine, because even if you use makeup, makeup looks much better in moisturized skin. So
Sure.
it's like trying to have a dry, uneven skin and then to cover it up with makeup. If you had smooth, moisturized skin, you would look much better. So it is not a step that you must ever skip in your routine.
We always talk about like a healthy, natural glow, right? And how that makeup artist was able to give me a healthy, natural glow. Why do that when you have this? At any point, if there's anything you also want to ask, please go ahead.
Actually, there are two questions. One is, what is the truth about moisturizing at night? Good, recommended, not, and what happens when you sleep?
That's a great question, Tabu, actually. See, there are two reasons why it is much better in places like India and especially places like Bombay to moisturize at night. One is that during the daytime, when you're out in the sun all the time, you're sweating. So a lot of products that you may put on your skin may actually feel a little stickier,
Yes.
may feel a little bit more uncomfortable if you have to layer them on in the daytime. Secondly, what we do during the day is actually heaping insults on ourselves, right? In every single way, we're outside, we forget to hydrate ourselves, we don't drink enough water. If we are, in your case, shooting for a long period, or even other people who are traveling out to work and coming back, very often you forget to do the little things, saying, I need to moisturize my skin, let's say, after 6 hours or 8 hours. So the skin is undergoing micro damage right through the day. When we come back home in the evening and we're actually unwinding and we're getting to bed, that's the time when we have a little more time to focus not only on the face, but essentially on the body, which is a very neglected part of most people's beauty routine.
Right.
Most of us in India never look neck below to see what we can do to our body. Everything is about the face. But at night, you do have the time and the mind space to actually pick up a moisturizer and focus on those areas, one, which tend to get drier, and two, which tend to become drier over time, even chronologically. There are certain parts of the body which age faster,
Yeah.
which tend to show the dryness faster. Thirdly, when we sleep at night, there are certain hormones which are secreted, which actually relax the skin and help it to replenish and repair itself. And that's the point at which, if we give it a little more help, the skin will, repair itself a little bit better. So it's like going to the gym and working out. If we support it with a good diet, then we lose weight faster. So similarly, the body itself is repairing itself at night. If at that time you also add on a moisturizer, you actually replenish those healing properties.
Thank you. Also, one more question. I found my suitable products, but I'm sure a few of us would like to know how to go about selecting the best moisturizer for you, given that there's so many variants in the market, and what are the factors?
Yes, it can get very confusing knowing how to pick a moisturizer. There are three things that we need to keep in mind. One is understanding of what kind of skin we have. Now, obviously, this is not a golden rule, but I've seen in India, most people, even when you've got an oily skin on your face, tend to have dry skin on their bodies. And certain areas, especially hands, feet, elbows, knees, tend to be constantly dry. Secondly, feet, especially in India, we all tend to walk and play barefoot when we are younger, and we don't pay as much attention to our feet, so it does tend to get very, very dry. So one, it's important to understand whether you have dry skin on your face and body, very dry skin, or normal to dry skin. Secondly, it's also very important to look at the ingredient listing of any moisturizer you pick up. There are certain ingredients which are very, very good for the skin, but also leave the skin feeling cosmetically elegant. Light liquid paraffin is one such ingredient which penetrates well into the skin, tends to hydrate the skin extremely well, also deep repairs the skin, and yet manages to not leave the skin looking sticky or messy. It's also important to look for ingredients like cocoa butter, which especially in the winter season tend to nourish you much better. And glycerine, which is a very important ingredient in moisturizers, because glycerine is something which is called a humectant. Now, a humectant is something which actually pulls moisture from the atmosphere and locks it back into your skin. So if I use a product with glycerine, even sitting in a dry AC atmosphere, I'm unlikely to lose the moisture to the skin. So it's important to look out for these ingredients like cocoa butter, like liquid paraffin. And of course, petroleum jelly itself is a wonderful ingredient, especially for those areas which are super dry.
So specifically, what would be like some of the areas that we should concentrate on at night?
Okay, I really love this question because there's a lot of misconception with this question. Everyone focuses on their face, especially when they want to look younger, right? But I'm going to tell you something that's quite different. The first place where your age is given away is your neck and the back of your hands. So you see a lot of people who've got lovely, youthful-looking faces and extremely, wrinkled, tired, dry-looking hands.
Yeah, everyone just did that.
So when you open your moisturizer, before you even put it on your face, first put it on the back of your hands. Focus on areas like the neck, which tend to give away your age faster. As I mentioned earlier, definitely the feet, because we as Indians tend to get cracks on our feet and very hard heels. And 3 or 4 other areas is the elbows, the knees, the back of the knees. These areas tend to get very dry. And of course, for women, the back of the neck, because we do tend to wear saris. Of course, I think around the room, I'm the only one wearing it today. But we do have occasions.
But right now, off-shoulder tops are really in. So
or
we land up.
So focus on your backs as well.
Yeah, that needs a little bit of help though from going to like, Mom.
Or somebody more interested.
I was just doing a PG rating here, but okay. But also, ladies, just to pick up on what Doctor just said, we also have arranged a moisture meter here for you because Tabu also was very keen that everyone should understand what kind of skin you have and that the routine is correct to your skin. So when this whole conversation is done and after you finish all your one-on-ones, don't forget we've got that experiential zone where you can also go and test it, because a lot of us tend to feel like, okay, I know what my skin type is, but I truly believe that it's going to change in the next couple of days because it'll change with the weather, right?
Yeah. I think, one of the things to understand is the skin is not a static organ.
Yeah.
Every 30 days, we get new skin on the top layer. And the skin is constantly moving and changing. So what products may suit you in the month of May may necessarily not suit you in the month of November and December.
Right.
And therefore, understanding your skin and, Tabu mentioned sleep, which is very, very important because sleep induces something called circadian rhythms. If you don't sleep well for 5 days, the first reflection is on your skin, and you may not even realize it, but you'll apply more makeup without realizing, Again, especially areas like around the eyes, you'll start layering the makeup more, that you've not slept enough. So I think that's a very valid point. It's important to be in touch with our skin on an ongoing basis to understand it. This season especially, I call it the killer season because between Ganpati and Christmas, we all tend to indulge in a lot more desserts. Eating a lot more sugar actually causes a lot more problems on the skin, even in terms of moisturization.
Yeah.
And with that, weather tends to go dry. So if we don't throw out what's old in our shelves and pick up newer variants for the winter, the skin could really give you a message or two when you least want it.
That is something that a lot of us tend to do. I still have this cream, I'm just going to keep it going and not chuck it away. And Doctor, I also wanted to ask you one thing. There's a lot of like home remedies that one can get into. But what I do find is that, especially with oils, is that it just gets too oily or it just gets too greasy, because at the end of the day, we do live in Mumbai and it's very, very humid. So what is one supposed to do, or how is one supposed to balance that out? Is there an alternative?
See, India is a country rich in traditional and home remedies, and all of us have some secrets or the other which have been passed down in our families. But what one must clearly understand is most of these home remedies were employed by our mothers and grandmothers at a time when they spent a lot of time at home. So some of these, like, if I'm cooking and I'm making something, I've taken the malai off the top of my milk and I've put it on my skin. That's great if I know in another 4 or 5 hours I'm going to be doing it again. Because many of them are non-standardized methods. They will act for short periods of time, and it's not suitable for people like us who've got busy lives. You probably spend 10 minutes, if you're lucky, in the morning focusing on yourself, and 10 minutes at night. Now, then you need something that you know is scientifically proven, that can act for a longer period of more than 6 to 8 hours. And that's something that gives you a little bit of cosmetic elegance when you go into work. So yes, oiling is a time-honored tradition, and there are many, many benefits of oiling. But no one can go into work with oil on their skin, right? I mean, you wouldn't be able to do anything. You might smell depending on the oil that you use.
Yeah, that was what
So,
I was thinking. I was like, I'm going to walk in smelling of coconut oil.
Right. So there's an appropriateness of use. And what is important to understand is, just because something's a home remedy or a kitchen remedy doesn't automatically mean it's safe. A lot of allergies we see on the skin come from people putting everything from their kitchen on their skin. So I've cut this vegetable, the peels are remaining, let me put it on my skin. A lot of peels of vegetables and fruits contain enzymes which can harm the skin. So we are much better off actually going in for a scientifically formulated product which we know has ingredients which are going to work on the skin. We know it's going to suit our kind of skin. And while I'm not knocking home remedies here, it's not a sustainable solution for modern women who are engaged in many other pursuits outside their homes.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. And I'm sure if after we're done with this session, if the ladies have any questions, they can come and ask you as well.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank
I hope I
you.
haven't gone on and on about
No.
my pet peeve, which is moisturizing.
Not at all. Let's give Doctor a round of applause. But thank you for clearing so many concepts as well for us. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Doctor. Beauty secrets as well. No. Of course you do. Sleep. No, but I mean, even when we were chatting just a little earlier, you were also telling me, yeah.
Is actually really this.
Can you take the mic? It's there. Yeah.
My go-to product is actually really this. Actually, I've been using it for years, even before I was the brand ambassador of Vaseline Petroleum Jelly, and I'm genuinely saying it.
Yeah.
And I've been using this for chapped lips, dry skin, especially when I used to shoot in really cold climates,
Yeah.
Switzerland and all those places. This was the only thing that was my, like a rescue remedy kind of a thing. And I also use this for removing my eye makeup and
Really?
mascara. Yeah.
Ooh,
I
I've
remember
never tried that.
years back,
Yeah.
a dermat had suggested this to me.
Okay.
And they were like, there's nothing better than petroleum jelly for you to remove your eye makeup.
Okay.
And use as a moisturizer, under eyes moisturizer at night. So this I swear by. This I always have in every corner of the house, in every bag I might use, on my shoot, in my vanity van, everywhere, just in case. I miss it.
Yeah. And actually, this will be the season when we're going to want to like reach out for it the most. But what I love is how they make it in that really small size.
Yeah.
So it
And we
can
actually
fit.
never realize the uses of this because, you know, I'm sure almost every home in our country will have a jar of petroleum. See, everyone is agreeing. A jar of petroleum jelly.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
You know, very like, you know, unassumingly, it'll be like sitting there for years together.
Yeah.
But we really need to understand the value that this gives us.
I also think it's one of the products that the men in the house also don't mind using. All you guys over here, do you ever land up like reaching for your wife's petroleum jelly because your hands are dry or your lips? I would see my dad doing it. All the girls are answering for y'all. There, one brave man who's raised his hand.
They don't want anything to have to do with beauty. They
Yeah,
like
but at the end of the day, if a girl's going to hold your hand, she might as well hold a nice soft hand, no? Instead of one dry, rugged winter hand.
or not chapped lips.
Or your
at least.
chapped lips. So, what we've also done is, I know that you have a few hacks that you do use.
Yes.
And I've set up a table over there for you where you can take the girls through this perfect combination of taking the Vaseline that's in your house, some of the things that you have in your house, and bringing it together. So, should we go over there? Is that if you take the Vaseline and put it, and then you spray your perfume, it stays longer.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was actually
chalo, that's
like,
what I learned today.
can I have you here? The light is better. Yeah.
So it's simple. Is someone coming?
Is this okay for everyone?
Anyone wants a demo?
Yes? Yes? Okay for y'all? Okay, so as much as I would love that she would try the hacks on me, I don't want to do that. So
You'll have
do
to go into the shower after that because the first hack
none
is
of them
a
will come if you
pre-shower.
say that. No, no, no. We're going to make
It's
sure.
a pre-shower scrub
Okay.
with petroleum jelly and salt.
All right.
Yeah.
So do we have anyone that will come and join us? Yeah? Okay, come. So, okay, what I'll do is, why don't you come first, and then I'll call you for the second one. Yeah? All right. Hi. Come. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Aina. I'm a fashion and a beauty blogger.
Thanks. for
Hi,
joining
Aina.
us.
You want to try the hack on yourself? Yes. So take the petroleum jelly.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a mixing bowl over here for you.
Take some salt. Is that salt? Okay.
Could I request you to just get some tissues in case she needs it after this? Yeah.
Yeah. Just make it of a consistency that you would be okay scrubbing yourself. And that's it.
So now this.
That's it really. This is a pre-shower scrub that you can use on your body.
Okay. So do you want to just
It
try
exfoliates and
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Nice.
Let's see what it feels like.
Yes, it
That's
looks
not
like
bad.
yes.
Yeah, that's not bad. And so much better to make it fresh at home instead of like buying something that's.
and salt is anyway a fantastic thing.
Yes. Where do you all want her to come? But I will also help you all do a photo shoot, and at that time also she can come and stand here. Can we do this for the girls also? I promise I'll make it happen for you all. Yeah? Thank you so much. All right. Thank
you, Aina.
Thank you so much. And would you like to come and join us since you'd also volunteered? Another thing is also to use it on your cheeks because it gives you Vaseline. It gives you that lovely
Yes,
glow.
tint.
Like a
Yes,
tint, right?
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we're all listening, hearing about highlighters and all of that, but this
Yeah.
would probably be like a natural way of
And it
doing
doesn't
it.
go away.
And it doesn't go
Yeah.
away.
So the next one is the lip scrub.
Okay.
So you
Are your
take,
lips feeling dry?
They are feeling
they will because there's lipstick.
Yeah.
So
I have
eventually at the end of the day, lipstick tends to dry your
It does.
It does.
Especially if it's matte
Right.
finish, then it does.
right.
But
So
I
have you
do
tried
try-
this?
Yes.
What
I
is
do.
it? Vaseline
So
and
before
sugar.
applying makeup, I always have applied lip balm or a Vaseline.
Okay, so the
Okay.
hack is
Do I need to remove my lip?
No.
no.
No, you don't.
You don't even have to use it. I'm just, if you can just take some Vaseline. This is a lip scrub actually. Mix some sugar in it.
Okay.
And it's a lip scrub. You can use, that's salt.
Oh.
Sugar.
There's sugar. Yeah, the sugar's right there.
Okay. Both look so similar.
Except they just have the name on it.
Yes. Thankfully. Okay.
Okay?
Just
And
make
just
a
mix it-
a paste of
Yeah.
the consistency that you would like to use. And you can use it as a lip scrub really.
Okay. On top of lipstick?
No, I mean when you want to
Or like
scrub your
generally
lips.
just to see the
Lip scrub.
Yeah, but you can try it right now.
Okay.
There's no harm.
Take her lipstick off.
But you have lipstick, no? You carried some,
Yeah,
no?
and
Huh,
I do.
exactly.
So you can try and scrub your
so
lips
try
now
it.
with it.
Try it just so that we know that it's actually effective because I'm sure a lot of the girls are like, wait, does it work? Does it not work?
I'm using this as a mirror.
Sure. And it's
Helps.
sweet.
Yeah. So it's quite silky.
Right. And is the sugar helping like just to remove the dryness?
Yeah, like the dead
The
skin
dead
goes
skin,
off.
right?
Right.
All right. Thank you. Do you want to take a tissue?
So these are two simple and great hacks with Vaseline petroleum jelly that I
Which-
swear by.
All right. So I'm making you
Take
walk
me
a
back.
lot.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I know. I'm
I'm
sorry.
tired.
So I just want to have like a little bit of fun now. Some of the questions I'm going to ask may be related to Vaseline, some may not be related to moisturizing. But
Okay.
because I'm the MC, I get that liberty of doing that. So I'm going to grab the opportunity. But so just a few questions. This is now, don't think about it. whatever comes to your mind. Be spontaneous. I do not have a gift hamper for you. Yeah.
Then I'm not answering.
Okay. So, what are the 5 things that you never leave home without?
Obviously, my phone, my house keys, my wallet, Vaseline petroleum jelly, and my ID card,
ID card. Just in case.
just in case.
Yeah. What was an early beauty advice that your mom gave you that you still love following?
Sleep well, sleep a lot, sleep enough, get enough sleep, sleep early.
Yeah. It also puts you just in a good mood, na, when you wake up the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough sleep is essential for almost everything in life.
Right.
From great skin to great mood to great work productivity to everything.
Everything. What's the one thing you got hooked on the sets of your last movie? Can I request you all to please stop talking? We can hear you all over here. Yeah?
इधर आके
Thank
बैठ
you.
के बात कीजिए ना,
हाँ, नहीं तो
पूरा।
यहाँ आके हम लोग सब बात करेंगे. वो भी कर सकते हैं. Thank you. What was the one thing that you got hooked on the last set that you were on?
Last set.
Yeah.
I'm hooked on to drinking a lot of tea on any set.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm addicted to tea.
So are we talking flavors over here?
No, just
kada
plain simple chai.
chai?
Yeah.
Doodh?
Yeah, a little milk.
Chini?
Yeah.
Ah, best way to have it. Which of your co-stars is constantly raiding your vanity? Van.
Raiding my vanity. He's too little, but Tushar's son Lakshu,
Oh.
I love to have him in my vanity van. And it's a task to even follow him even in that little space.
He's like a hurricane, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the one piece of beauty advice that you gave your co-stars on set?
Sleep well, sleep enough, go to bed early so that I can pack up early and go home.
But you were shooting a film where there were all these men who seem like they're so naughty.
But I needed to sleep now.
Huh. It's like I can't imagine them like not doing lots of time pass. What is the one thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
I drink lots of water.
Okay.
Yeah. I try to have a full bottle, but if
A whole
not,
liter.
then yeah, I try.
Yeah.
But I think that's the most important thing that you should do when you wake up. It's essential because your body is completely dehydrated while you sleep at night. So you need
Right.
to replenish the fluids.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I've had a lot of fun over here, and I think I'm done with all my questions. In case I haven't asked all of them, and you'll still have a few questions that you would like to ask. So would you like to introduce yourself before you ask that question? I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll try and give you this mic. Yeah, just can we have this mic on?
It's really good to see you, Tabu.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. But sir, we're going to do a ladies first over here, huh? Yeah? I'll come to you. Okay.
Hi, my name is Trishna. Apart from Vaseline and sleeping, which is your favorite product from Vaseline? Apart from sleeping and this, petroleum jelly.
Deep resto.
And it's also probably something that's going to be very effective now in winter.
Yes.
Hi Tabu, this is Pooja from News Nation channel.
Hi, Pooja.
Firstly, congratulations
Thank
for
you.
your Golmaal Again film. It
Thank
has really
you.
done well on box office.
It has, thank
what do you
you.
have to say about that? And secondly, how much do you trust on beauty products? Like, आप खुद कितना भरोसा करते हैं इन ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स पे एंड हाउ मच डू दे हेल्प टू ग्लो द स्किन और कितना भरोसा रखना चाहिए ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स पे जो कहते हैं कि आपका स्किन टोन वो चेंज कर देंगे क्योंकि कई लड़कियां जो है वो भरोसा कर लेते लेकिन कई सालों तक ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स अप्लाई करने के बावजूद भी कलर टोन चेंज नहीं होता या
So you know, I
हम
mean,
यहाँ
today we're
colour
talking
tone की
about
बात तो नहीं
नहीं
कर
हो
रहे
रही
हैं, हम
है,
moisturization
exactly.
की बात कर
how
रहे
much
हैं.
do you trust
yeah.
on such products?
So let's just stick to what we are talking about, which is moisturization, because
Moisturization.
honestly, none of these products are promising anything, so we
And
don't
about
really need to
Golmaal,
go into
please.
that.
What can I say about Golmaal? I'm very, very happy, very excited. It's been a great experience. And it's great that the audiences have loved it so much. I really want to thank the audience for appreciating my work in it, and for, I'm happy that I got to play such an important character in it. And मुझे लगता है कि आपकी जेनेटिक्स, आपकी लाइफस्टाइल सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स हैं आपकी प्रैक्टिस में, आपकी स्किन के लिए. You can't change what you're born with. You can just damage it or maintain it or try to build on it. और मुझे लगता है कि प्रोडक्ट्स डेफिनेटली हेल्प करते हैं, स्पेशली जैसे जेली और मॉइस्चराइजेशन की जब आप बात करते हैं तो आपको एक्सटर्नल हेल्प की तो बहुत ज़रूरत पड़ती ही है. स्पेशली मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है क्योंकि मैं इतने हार्श वेदर कंडीशंस में काम कर चुकी हूँ कि अगर मैं मॉइस्चराइज़र नहीं लगाती तो मेरी स्किन शायद फट के ज़ख्मी हो जाती. They have their own value. And
all right, I think there was a gentleman here who wanted to ask a question. He's fine? Okay. So we have time for one more.
Hello?
And then, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Can I?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, you go ahead since you've already asked one question. Thanks.
हेलो
Thanks.
तबू, हमने अभी जितनी भी बात की उसमें एक्सटर्नल आपने बताया कि पेट्रोलियम जेली बहुत अच्छा प्रोडक्ट है, हम सब जानते हैं, वो करना चाहिए, पर खाने पीने का कितना ख्याल रखना चाहिए स्किन के लिए?
बहुत ज़रूरी है. जैसे मैंने कहा कि लाइफस्टाइल जो खाने पीने को और आपकी सोने के साइकिल को इंक्लूड करता है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. कुछ जैसे पानी है, आपको इंटरनली मॉइस्चराइज रिप्लेनिश रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है क्योंकि वो आपके स्किन पे रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा ही. आप खुद नोटिस करेंगे जब आप पानी नहीं पीते हैं पूरा दिन या आधा दिन तो वो आप अपने स्किन पे महसूस कर सकते हैं. तो पानी पीना, फ्लूइड्स लेना और सही खाना, कुछ न्यूट्रिएंट्स ऐसे हैं जिनके बिना आपके स्किन का लस्टर या उसका ग्लो कम हो जाता है. तो आई थिंक उसका ख्याल रखना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है इंटरनली.
और किसी भी ब्रांड को एंडोर्स करने से पहले किन बातों का ध्यान रखती है? वैसलीन तो बहुत अच्छा ब्रांड है,
इसीलिए तो कर रही हूँ बस. आपने खुद बोल दिया.
फिर भी
रेस्पेक्टेबिलिटी, क्रेडिबिलिटी और मेरी एसोसिएशन, मैं अगर उस ब्रांड से एसोसिएट करूं तो मेरे रेपुटेशन को हार्म ना हो, वो मेरे लिए सबसे ज़रूरी है.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience.
And what I'm going to do is, y'all wanted that picture by the table, right? Y'all still want that? Yeah?
I'll
Okay.
just get my makeup.
Yes, we'll make your, can we have the makeup
2
person?
minute touch up के लिए.
Yeah, can we have the makeup person? And ladies, just hang on, and I think the PR team will also tell you how we'll do the remaining part of the session as well. And just to remind you that we also have... Yeah. No, I was trying to cover you. You do your thing. Okay, ठीक है. Yeah. So just to remind you that we also have the experiential zone that we have created over here where you can go and do that moisture meter and check whether your oily skin combination, which way it's going. Do we need the hashtags once more? We have it?
तबू मैम भाई थोड़ा बातें से कैमरा मैम सेंटर डाउन मैम. तबू जी पूरे म्यूट है. तबू जी बोल तो मैं तो तबू जी मैम सामने तबू जी इधर तबू जी से तबू जी यहाँ से मैम सामने मैम यहाँ पे तबू मैम सामने तबू जी लेफ्ट तबू जी मैम लेफ्ट मैम कैमरा में नहीं करते तबू मैम सामने
done. Yeah. Okay, guys, we've got it. We've got it. You move the table. All right. 1 second. Now, we just want one without the table because it's coming.
हो गया हो गया हो गया तबू जी यहाँ पे तबू जी यहाँ पे तबू जी यहाँ पे तबू जी तबू जी
Last picture.
मैम सामने तबू मैम हियर मैम हियर मैम हियर ओके थैंक यू मैम थैंक यू हट जा पीछे इधर आप मैडम सेल्फी ले रही हैं